everyone, welcome to Kelly Marie Mills' channel. Just starting a little Zoom class, so you're very welcome to join. See you in a minute. Yeah, the eclipse today, so the lunar eclipse. I'm just recording this now. Hang on. Lunar eclipse means that the shadow shows up. And so we don't do anything like we normally would on a full moon. I don't mean howling at the moon. But just to notice what happens. And what arrives, it often is like the shadow of our mind is what it's considered. So just noticing any hidden emotions that arrive that you haven't maybe thought of or brought forward. It's really what it can affect the most. But yoga can help everything. So it just brings it out in an easier way. So standing towards the front of your mat. And, oh, excuse me. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, just lower your arms back the way you started. And then inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale again, bring your hands back down where they started. And this time, really scoop the breath up from the soles of the feet to the top of the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, and as if you're pressing that breath down through the soles of your feet, bring your hands back where you started. And then inhale, both arms up, and now we start our forward folds. Bring your arms out, shoulder height out to the side. Bend your knees and sit your hips back. Turn your palms downward facing, and then your hands on your knees. Slide your hands down your shins and forward fold. Exhale. Then you lower your hips. Inhale. Lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale and fold. We just do a few of those. Slide your hands up your shins, your hands on your knees. Lift your chest, lower your hips. Exhale and fold. Inhale and lift. Hands on the knees, head and shoulders lift. Exhale and fold. So then we're going to do 3 of those rising and folding, complete forward folds. Hands on your knees might be easier. Arms out to the side makes it harder. And then we press into our feet. We rise up, use your inhale. And then exhale, arms out, shoulder height, bend your knees, sit your hips back. And forward fold. Curl your head in to make it a little more difficult or a bit more enlivening. And then hands on your knees, head and shoulders lift, lower your hips, arms out to the side. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, forward fold, starting to feel it now. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. Hands slide down your shins. It always just brings awareness into the body. And fold. And now less direction and more of you trying to remember any little bits. Rising up, lower your hips. Standing all the way up, fingertips touch at the top. Forward fold, whatever way works for you. Allow your fingertips to touch the floor if you can. Rising up. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale and fold. This is our last fold. Stay here, forward fold. And your head and shoulders lift. And your right foot steps back. Your right knee goes down. We sit into our left hip and just move right to left, just side to side. So move your fingertips out to the edges of your mat, left to right. Just moving through that left hip. And then when you're ready, your fingertips come back around onto the mat and stretch your left foot back. The top of your right foot can go on the floor, so the top of your back foot can go on the floor, whichever works for you. And lengthen your left leg out hip height. Roll your left ankle one way, 1, 2, and 3. And then bring your left thigh in towards your stomach, curl your head in. Exhale, stretch your leg out again. Circle the ankle the other way, 1, 2, and 3. And then draw that left thigh in, curl your head in, press into your hands. And then exhale, stretch your leg out. Roll your ankle one way, roll it the other way. And then your left knee comes down. Turn all your toes under and sit your hips back, hips to heels, and slide your hands forward. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. Exhale and fold. So you're just compressing a little bit more each time we rise, and we do that 3 times. This is our 3rd time. And fold. Press into your knees and your toes and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press and lift your hips up to the sky. Inhale, lift your heels to the sky now. Exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. And then your right foot steps forward, and then your left. So we're coming towards the front of the mat again. Your hands are on your knees and we rise up again. So lowering your hips and scoop your arms up whatever way you like. Fingertips touch and bring your hands to your heart with your fingertips touching. And then peel your hands together, eyes looking straight ahead. Hopefully looking out to a clear sky, whatever nature brings us today. Breathing in and press the palms together. Breathe out and relax the elbows, relax the arms. Setting your intention here, bow your head. And then opening your eyes and lift your eyes up to the sky and lifting your head. Your arms lift up. And then we're going to do some shoulder rolls, arm rolls, scooping the arms up and around. All the way up and around. Just keep them moving in whatever fashion, but more methodical rather than kind of rushing through it. And then inhale and lift. Roll your wrists one way and roll your wrists the other way. Bend your knees and sit your hips back. Forward fold. Curl your head in. Lift your head up and out, and then your right foot steps back, right knee down. Lifting your head and shoulders up. Inhale. And then exhale. So we're going to press into that back foot and lengthen out through that back leg. The left arm lifts up to the sky. So it's a little rotation, and then lower the left hand down. The right arm lifts up to the sky and lower it down. So we're doing 2 more of those. Left arm lifts up, and each time you're trying to roll through that left shoulder more than anything else. And down. And right arm lifts. Roll through the shoulder, and you can bend your elbow fingertips to your head, which makes it a bit easier in one way. Right hand down. Left arm lifts. We're nearly done. We're nearly done. Lowering it down. Right arm up. Lowering it down. We're going to step your right foot back forward again. And then bend your knees as much as you can. Forward fold and smile. Lift your head and shoulders up. Arms out to the side and rise all the way up. Ooh, the sky is changing colors now. Roll your wrists one way and roll your wrists the other way. Bend your knees and sit your hips back. Then find your own way into your forward fold. Curl your head in. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale, step your left foot back, left knee down. Sit into your right hip, and we rock left and right. Left and right. Whoop, just a few times. And then when you're ready, solidify your hands back inside your mat if you've moved them out, and we stretch the right foot behind us, stretch it way behind you, hip height, and then we roll the ankle one way, 2, and 3. And then we draw the right thigh in towards our stomach and pressing it back out. 1. Drawing it in, curl your head in, curl, curl, curl. Pressing it back. And 3. Curl, curl, curl. Press the leg out. And now roll your ankle the other way. 1, 2, 3. And bring your right knee down. Tops of the feet down. Sit your hips back. Exhale. This time we move forward and back a few times. Press into your lower legs and coming forward. Now press into your hands, shoulders over your wrists, eyes look ahead, but you're not lifting your chin out. Sit your hips back, and this is more about the hara center or the core center of the body. Pressing into the lower legs. Spread your fingers really wide. Come forward, shoulders over wrists, eyes looking ahead, lengthen through your neck, and then sitting back. Exhale. And coming forward, shoulders over wrists, long line back, eyes look ahead. Release your shoulders from your ears. And then turn your toes under. Sit your hips back. Exhale. All the way up to downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. Press into your hands a bit more so your knees are soft. Breathe in and breathe out. And then slowly, slowly begin to walk your feet, starting with your left foot, walk your feet towards your hands. Allowing your belly to roll in towards your spine makes it a little bit easier. Bending your knees, hands on your knees, lower your hips and look up. Inhale, rise up. Fingertips touch at the top. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then last round, inhale, lift up, roll your wrists all the way as far as you can, forward fold, keep rolling your wrists. And in your forward fold, bow to the earth. Inhale, lift your head up, feel your heels pressing into the earth. Exhale and fold. Inhale, head and shoulders lift, and left foot steps back, left knee down. And if you want, the top of the foot can come down or curl your toes under. I prefer to curl my toes under. Left hand stays down, and then you lift your right arm to the sky. So I have a slight inflammation in my shoulder, so I'm just going to keep my elbow bent. But you can stretch the arm out and roll more, but often just rolling the shoulder back gives a more complete rotation. Rolling around. And then lowering that right hand down. We do 3 of these on each side. Left arm lifts up, same thing again, either hand to shoulder or hand to head. You can stretch the arm completely out. You roll back and lower it down. Trying to get that movement in the trunk of your body as well, stabilizing through the pelvis and the legs. Right arm lifts. Rotate through your back. Right hand down. You start to feel it after the end of the second one, don't you? Lifting the arm up, rotating it back, lowering it down. We really want to get that waist awakened so we can breathe better. Right arm lifts. Here we go. Last side on this. And then onto the left side. Lifting the left arm up. And then left arm down. Holy shamoly. Press into that left leg, lifting the left leg up and really looking ahead. When you're ready, you're going to step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. And then exhale, walk back into downward dog, starting with your left foot. We just finished with our downward dogs by inhaling our heels up to the sky. Exhale your heels towards the floor. Inhale, the heels lift. Exhale, the heels lower to the floor. And then walking your feet to the middle of the mat. We do a little bit of a balance. Hands on your knees and lower your hips. And lift your arms all the way up. Breathing in, open through the chest. And then breathe out like you're pressing the breath down and out of the body. Press your hands down to the earth. And like you're scooping the breath all the way up through the front of your body like a wave of water. Inhale. Exhale, pressing that breath all the way down through the front of your body. And then as you do that, you're really trying to lower the shoulders down. The inhale lifts the shoulders up, all the way up. Lengthen through the arms, eyes look upwards, not moving your head, eyes look downwards as you bring that breath down. Really curl your eyes in, extend through your fingers. Inhale, lift, breathing in through your nose. Another sip of breath. And then exhale, press the breath down, lowering your eyes, lowering your eyes, lowering your eyes. Inhale, lifting the breath up, eyes lift up. Eyes roll to the back of your head. Exhale. Eyes, hands, downward, descent, and release. Just stay there for a moment. Find your natural breath. And then bringing your right ear to your right shoulder and your head to center. And your left ear to your left shoulder. Oh, and back to center. And this time, just a bit of a lateral bend. So right hand to right, Side and left hand on your left hip. Right ear to right shoulder and slide your right hand down your right thigh. Turn your nose towards the sky. Breathe in and breathe out. Press into your feet, turning your head back to center. Breathe in and rise up, and then the right hand onto the right waist. Left hand stretches down, left ear towards left shoulder, and sliding down. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, lift your arms, blow out through your lips like making a straw. Roll your arms down, inhale. Exhale, lift. And last one, inhale, lower the arms down. Exhale, lift. Keep your arms lifted. And from here, bending the right knee and lifting the heel of the right leg, and just hovering the right toes off the mat. See if you can lift the leg a bit higher. Arms lifted. If you want, you can make more like a bent elbows shoulder height and hands open but facing each other. And then we lower that right foot down. So to counterpose it, we inhale and lift the heels up, stretch your arms high, and then exhale, lower your heels down, your hands to your hips. Other side. So your arms lift up, and then when you're ready, the left foot hovers out in front of you, and you lift the left leg as high as you can. You can relax the foot, breathing in, and breathing out, lower that leg down. Keep your arms lifted for a moment. Inhale, lift your heels. And then exhale, lower your arms down. Hands to your hips again. And this time, keep your hands here. Left foot stands down and right foot stretches out. Breathe in. And breathe out, bend the knee. Straighten the leg out as much as you can. Breathe in. And breathe out, bend the knee and rise the thigh a little more. Breathe in and stretch the leg out. Breathe out and bend the knee and lower the foot down. Well done. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, lower the heels down. And then when you're ready, stand into your right foot. Eyes are wide open. Try not to tuck your head in so that your head is really lifted. Your spine is lifted. You're feeling that the abdomen, that the belly can easily draw in towards the spine so that you're not rounding your chest and the belly is dropping outward. Press into the right foot and your left leg comes out in front, lifting the left leg up high. And then bending the knee, exhale, eyes look ahead, inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, bend, inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. Lift that thigh a little higher, ooh, bit of a speed wobble, and then lowering that foot down. And then shake your legs out. Arms lift all the way up, big scoops, arms rolling back and down. And then left arm comes under your right arm and you grab your left shoulder blade. Right arm comes towards right shoulder blade. And then we just hug ourselves. Curl your head in. Inhale, lift the elbows a little bit to the sky and the nose lifts up. And then exhale and curl. Release your arms and then lift your arms up. Inhale. And starting the other way, right arm towards right shoulder blade, left arm towards left. So the right is underneath and you curl your head in. Stretch through that middle back. Just round a bit through the middle back. And then inhale, lift the elbows a little bit. The nose lifts up and then exhale and curl. And release your arms. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Bend your knees, a moment of chair. Sit down into the king or queen's chair. Eyes looking ahead. To make it easier, bring your hands to your hips or your arms shoulder height with your hands facing either the sky or each other. And then when you're ready, forward fold and bow with gratitude to all the bits of your life that are so very blessed. And recognizing with this lunar eclipse that some things might arise where we feel not so blessed, where our hardships stand out, and this eclipse is a time to honor these, for they have helped to formulate our personality, but they are not all of us. And then find a way to walk your hands forward and walk your feet back and bring your knees down. And then sit down and then find a way to lie down onto your back. I'm just going to get a drink. Whew. So laying down on your back. Okay. So knees are facing to the sky and your feet are hip distance apart. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the body to settle. Really notice how all of the attention to movement help the mind to focus. Sorry, my tummy is grumbling. Help the mind to focus deeply, which gives it that one-pointed focus, even just for a moment or two. And then release any kind of forward thinking. So we want the eyebrow area to be relaxed. And then begin to notice the shape of your back. There should be a slight little concave curve in the middle of your back on the floor. And then start to press your pelvis down and notice how that increases the curl or the curve, and relax. Pressing the pelvis down just a little bit and then relax. And press the pelvis down a little bit and relax. Press your left foot into the floor and notice any changes and rest. And then the right foot and rest. We're going to bring our right thigh in towards our stomach on the right side, or in towards the right ribs, or out towards the right armpit, keeping the left knee facing the sky. Just drawing it in, and we're going to stay there for a few moments. Really watching the breath and watching the movement in the back where the left hip slightly rises as we draw the right thigh in. Keep drawing the thigh in. Notice how the body suddenly gives away after a few brief moments. And then we're going to release it. So plan ahead, press your left foot down into the earth. And slowly you release your hands from your right thigh or shin or knee, and you lift your right foot to the sky. So the foot is relaxed, and slowly you point the toes of your right foot and slowly change to press the heel up towards the sky. Lengthening through the leg is what happens, but you can keep your knee bent still, whatever works for you. If your knee is bent, you're going to bring the right thigh in towards the tummy a little bit more to make it easier. Then slowly bend your right knee and flex your right ankle. And halfway down, stop there and just notice what's going on in the body. Point your toes on the right side and slowly bend the right knee a bit more and wait until that right toe touches down to the floor. And then the whole foot comes onto the floor. Try not to move anything now, just feel into that sensation. It might feel lopsided or different. So we're waking up our proprioception, breathing in and out. Pressing into your right foot and release. Pressing into your left foot and release. And then bringing your left thigh towards your stomach, towards your left ribs, or towards your left armpit, and the right knee stays facing the sky. Just stay and allow the body to begin to relax into it. So you notice the right hip might relax a little more. You notice there might be more compression on the left side. Maybe you feel your neck can lengthen a little bit. But most of all, you might notice your breath begins to relax and resign. And then slowly, slowly release your hands from your left leg and stretching your left leg up to the sky. Your hands can go anywhere. I just leave them towards my stomach. Point your left toes and then slowly push the heel away instead. So you're flexing your ankle. Notice any reactions to the upper body. Sometimes the upper body starts to begin to tense, thinking it has to be at attention. And the right knee is still facing the sky. Then slowly you bend your left knee and the left ankle is flexed a bit. Halfway down, so your knee is at a right angle to your ankle. Point your left toes and slowly lower your left big toe to the floor. When it touches down, peel your feet down, foot down. Very good. And then when you're ready, you bring your elbows in towards your waist. We do a little form of Vipariti Karani, or the full form. You bring your legs together and your thighs towards your stomach. And then you stretch your feet to the sky. Your thighs are still leaning towards your stomach, and you can relax here. Your hands are on the outer edge of your legs. Otherwise, you roll through your spine, press your elbows down, and lift your hips to the sky. Lift your legs up. And letting your feet be just over your head. A little bit of an internal smile. Soften your knees a bit more. And slowly lower everything down. Bending your knees. Getting your socks on or warmer things on if you need. It's a good time. Resting on your back then, and really slowly bringing attention to sliding your feet away. And then begin to expand into your breath. So that the inhale creates like a balloon in your tummy, and the exhale relaxes the breath. The exhale relaxes the belly towards the earth. The exhale draws you away from the external sensory experience and brings you back home. And then releasing from all doing. And when you're ready, slowly curl onto one side or the other. Just rounding through your back. And then coming up to sitting, we just sit. And we practice metta just for a moment. So however you're sitting, if you can have your hands one on top of the other and relaxing down, even with the thumbs touching or the hands downward facing or upward facing. The hands on top of each other just represents working towards settling the mind's activity. May I be filled with loving kindness. And you just repeat in your mind after me. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. And so bowing your head to your heart, and we lift our arms up, roll your wrists, hands to your heart, and bow your head. And thank you for joining me this morning. Hang on now.